Hello everyone, this is Maki. Today we are going to have a little news about the Gundam series. In Japan, a magazine called Gundam was released on December 25th. It featured interviews with the staff about the movies Gundam Seed Freedom and Silver Phantom. What kind of details were shared? Let's take a look together. Let's start with the news about the movie Gundam Seed Freedom. The Blu-ray disc has finally been released. I bought it myself and enjoyed the bonus novel and audio drama. Ms. Rugoto, who participated in the creation of the story as a scriptwriter, shared her insights in an interview. She collaborated with Mr. Mitsuo Fukuda, the director of the Seed series, to complete the story of Seed Freedom based on early drafts by Ms. Chiaki Murasawa, who sadly passed away in 2016 due to illness. The Blu-ray disc includes a bonus novel entitled Neumann's Logbook and an audio drama based on the novel. The story follows Arnold Neumann, who served as the helmsman of the Archangel and played a key role in the final battle as the helmsman of the battleship Millennium. In the TV anime, Neumann didn't have many lines. However, due to the incredible feats of the battleships under his steering, he has gained a moderate following among dedicated fans, though he remains relatively unknown to casual viewers. Why was Neumann chosen as the protagonist for the bonus novel? Ms. Goto explained as follows. After the movie was released, we had a meeting about the bonus content. I suggested the title Neumann's Logbook. By telling the story from Neumann's perspective, we could naturally include the crew of the Archangel, the Ops staff, and characters like Shin, Luna Maria, and Agnes, who are attending campus training. While the choice of Neumann as the protagonist may seem unexpected, it was made for a very logical reason. Mr. Fukuda and Ms. Goto reportedly discussed how to use this opportunity to delve deeper into Neumann's character. They decided that Neumann's personality would be outwardly a bit pessimistic, but inwardly very proactive and full of passion. This personality was reflected in several scenes in Neumann's logbook. Let me give you one example. There is a scene where Neumann is discussing Murrue's leadership style with a colleague. Neumann comments Murrue's command is far too rough and ruthless. Indeed, when observing Murrue's leadership, moments like her shouting evasive maneuvers in a loud voice tend to stand out. Normally, Neumann rarely expresses his opinions clearly, but in this scene he expresses some rather harsh opinions to Murrue. One could interpret this as an inevitable result of her lack of formal training as a captain, since Murrue originally served in the military as a technician. However, the fact remains that the Archangel survived numerous battles over an extended period of time, and the Millennium emerged victorious against the overwhelming forces of the Foundation Kingdom. This success was a result of Murrue's ability to communicate her intentions through her direct commands, and Neumann's ability to interpret and respond with exceptional piloting techniques. However, when Neumann's comment about her rough commands was overheard by Murrue, who happened to be passing by, it created an incredibly awkward situation for Neumann and his colleagues. I hope that in the future we will be able to produce a special program to delve deeper into Neumann's logbook. Look forward to it! Some fans might be impatient for Freedom Zero. Ms. Goto also shared a bit about Zero. Before I started working on the script for Freedom, I had already read the contents of Zero. Everyone, you must see it. It's going to be an exciting story. I'm really looking forward to it myself. What stood out for me was the psychological portrayal of the characters, something that Miss Murrue is very good at. The story is also incredibly gripping. To be honest, since I wasn't involved in Zero, I can enjoy it without any professional pressure, just as a fan. Previously, it was revealed in Anime magazine that the script for Zero was written by Miss Murrue and Mr. Shigeru Morita. Mr. Morita, known for his work on the Seed series, was responsible for the world science and technology and weapons. He was also the main scriptwriter for Seed Stargazer. Goto's lack of involvement in the Zero script suggests that it had already been completed in the past. For Freedom, however, production had stopped at the stage of initial drafts, which outlined the general flow of the story and character settings. These drafts were later completed by Mr. Fukuda and Ms. Goto. Now, Hiro Ogoto, a producer at Sunrise, also mentioned we want to release it while the fans' enthusiasm is still strong. While this is just my personal guess, there's a good chance that it will be released in the first half of 2025. Now to the news about Silver Phantom. The production staff shared insights into the technical aspects of the game. I previously produced a program where I shared my thoughts after playing Silver Phantom. The experience may vary depending on whether you own the console, but the game itself was very enjoyable. However, there was one aspect that caught my attention: the way you fire the beam rifle. Many fans, of course, imagine pulling a trigger on the joystick. In Silver Phantom, firing the beam rifle requires a forward thrust with the handheld controller. Interestingly, it was revealed in an interview that Yoshiyuki Tomino, the director of the original Gundam and creator of the Gundam series, had praised Silver Phantom prior to its official release. Mr. Tomino is said to have given the staff tough feedback asking, "Why did you choose to push the controller forward to fire the beam rifle?" He also gave advice on areas such as direction and mechanical design. Despite this criticism, the staff felt that his overall assessment was positive. However, he expressed strong dissatisfaction with the firing motion for the beam rifle. Apparently, the development team had their reasons for this choice. They wanted to include a hand tracking feature that would use sensors to detect arm movements, allowing players to enjoy the game without a controller. This led to the decision to use a simpler firing motion of pushing the arm forward. This is easier than pulling a trigger and could make the game accessible to a wider audience, including those with physical limitations. While the staff originally planned to implement both the trigger pulling and the forward thrusting methods, technical constraints and the production schedule prevented this. The final version of Silver Phantom received feedback from users around the world asking, "Why can't we fire the beam rifle with a trigger?" If there's a sequel, this is likely to be addressed. It's also hoped that with more computer graphics resources being developed for the Gundam series, more games like Silver Phantom can be created. The staff mentioned that the completion of this project has helped to accumulate technical knowledge, allowing for faster production for future projects. The interview concluded with a repeated mention of the trigger issue. "We really hope the trigger feature will be fixed," they said. The final remarks, "Well, we will make sure to convey Mr. Tomino's strong opinion about the trigger to the technical staff." The excitement surrounding the Seed series is fantastic, but I also deeply admire the willingness to challenge a new genre like Woo gaming. It's understandable that Yoshiyuki Tomino has strong opinions about the trigger mechanism. with the accumulated experience and shared computer graphics resources within Sunwise, it is likely that Wooey Hour games will evolve into even higher quality creations. Personally, I'd like to see further advances in Wooey Hour gaming hardware. It would be great to see the devices become more affordable, the head-mounted units become lighter, and the batteries last longer. Improvements like weight reduction and power efficiency are very similar to the advances we've seen in mobile suit technology, aren't they? I'm cheering them on and looking forward to what's next. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next program.